Here's your wrestling news for September 4th, 2022, and we're kicking off today with Clash at the Castle, as the first premium live event that the UK has hosted in over 30 years saw several breathtaking moments inside the ring, and also from the crowd in attendance, who were energetic throughout the show. Let's dissect and discuss the subtle hints made and the best and worst moment at Clash at the Castle. The night's opening match saw Damage Control, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky defeat the team of Bianca, Belair, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss. Surprisingly, Bayley pinned the Raw Women's Champion to earn her trio the victory. Usually, pinning the reigning champion guarantees a future title opportunity, heralding that Bayley may be the next #1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship. Given how dominant and impressive the former SmackDown Women's Champion has been, it wouldn't be a surprise if she dethrones the EST of WWE to hold the top prize of Raw's female division. The match, however, went on for far longer than what was needed. 18 minutes to kick off the show wasn't the best idea, although the story will progress regardless. This was, unfortunately, one of the low points of Clash at the Castle 2022. WWE surprised the fans by reuniting Imperium ahead of Gunther's Intercontinental Championship match against Sheamus. NXT star Giovanni Vinci made his main roster debut to rejoin his former Imperium members, Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser. Imperium's reformation would add more depth to the tag team division. While Gunther is the Intercontinental Champion, Kaiser and Vinci could chase the Usos' Undisputed Tag Team titles. The two have previously held the NXT Tag Team Championship twice. Away from Vinci's debut, Gunther and Sheamus had a fierce battle inside the squared circle. The two stole the show as fans stood behind the brawling brute. They even gave him a standing ovation after the bout. Meanwhile, the company continues to build the Ring General as a dominant force in WWE. His intense victory against a former multi-time world champion like Sheamus only adds more credibility to Gunther as a future main event player. Sheamus and Gunther's breathtaking battle gives more prestige to the Intercontinental title, the championship that the company has been overlooking over the past few years. Cardiff backed the prolific veteran in Sheamus, who fought tooth and nail against the mighty, abominable Gunther. As expected, it was a hard-hitting brawl which quickly became ugly as Welts started to show on the Celtic Warrior's body. For more than 15 minutes, they beat each other up mercilessly until a powerbomb followed by a wicked lariat put the challenger away. The Irish Warrior may not have won the IC title, but he won over many hearts at the event. He fought back the tears as the live crowd gave him a standing ovation. For an underrated talent who never receives enough praise, the WWE Universe finally acknowledged Sheamus for the real wrestling icon that he is. Seth Rollins had another classic at Clash at the Castle 2022. In what comes as a shocking statistic, this is his first win on a premium live event or pay-per-view since June 2021. The highly personal storyline was fueled by emotional drama. Add two of the world's top wrestlers, and it's the recipe for a great match. The feud had enough bad blood as it was, and the heated interview segment between the two only built more hype for the show. Before his big win, Rollins took a shot at absent WWE legend and Riddle's tag team partner, Orton. But how did he do so? First, he took a page out of Orton's playbook with his mid-rope DDT, and then went down on all fours just as the Viper does before an RKO. Ultimately, it was a super stomp that won the match for Seth Rollins, as Riddle's emotions got the better of him at Clash at the Castle 2022. The finish fits in nicely with the build-up to Extreme Rules, where Rollins and Riddle are likely to have another classic. Since winning the SmackDown Women's Championship, many have doubted Liv Morgan's ability to hold on to the title. The 28-year-old's controversial victories over Ronda Rousey didn't help either. Morgan, however, proved all doubters wrong at Clash at the Castle by defeating one of the toughest female superstars in WWE today, Shayna Baszler, clean in the middle of the ring. The former member of the Riot Squad's victory over Baszler certainly gives her more credibility as a legitimate champion. WWE's head of creative, Triple H, has always been a fan of Morgan. During an episode of Armstrong Avenue podcast, former WWE referee Scott Armstrong revealed that the game thought the current SmackDown Women's Champion would become a star since her early days in the company. However, this could also be her last as the champion. Given Ronda Rousey's rise on SmackDown, we wouldn't be surprised to see the two-time Women's Champion squash Liv Morgan to regain her title. After teasing it for several weeks, Dominik Mysterio finally turned heel, attacking Edge and his father after he helped him defeat the Judgment Day at Clash at the Castle. The WWE Universe has long anticipated Dominik's heel turn. The 25-year-old recently seemed jealous of his father's close relationship with Edge. He lost his cool at Clash at the Castle when he seemingly felt ignored as Rey and Edge celebrated their victory together without acknowledging him as a significant reason for their triumph over the Judgment Day. While Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, and Damian Priest were laughing maniacally when it happened, Dominik never officially joined the Judgment Day. This was a clear-cut move by WWE to leave doubt about where his allegiance is and save the story for Raw rather than giving it away at Clash at the Castle. Dominik's heel turn could be his opportunity to establish himself as a competitor away from his father. We will now have to wait and see if he joins forces with the Judgment Day against Rey and Edge. This was the first step towards that. Hopefully, we will start seeing the young star's potential get unlocked further, and he proves many critics wrong. The commentary team noted the Usos weren't medically cleared to travel after they were destroyed by the Scottish Warrior last night during a pre-taped episode of SmackDown. WWE's explanation was an attempt to sell the beatdown on SmackDown. In reality, Jimmy has a pending DUI charge, so he cannot travel outside the United States. Jimmy Uso's DUI situation hasn't gone away, and he must get permission before any big trip. The Usos were also absent during WWE shows in Canada last month for the same reason. Paul Heyman hasn't been on television since Brock Lesnar destroyed him, so he's selling that punishment. It's unclear why Sami Zayn wasn't around, so Roman Reigns had nobody to help him as he defended his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Drew McIntyre in the main event of Clash at the Castle. On the other hand, no superstar had more momentum on their side ahead of Clash at the Castle 2022 than Drew McIntyre. The Scottish Warrior got his long-awaited shot at the undisputed WWE Universal Championship in front of his home crowd. The crowd loved it when Broken Dreams blared through the stadium before his current theme music hit. McIntyre then defied all expectations to deliver one of the most memorable in-ring performances of his career. He was creative in his offense and took everyone by surprise with his resilience during a highly demanding bout against Roman Reigns. The Scottish Warrior came close to winning the match on multiple occasions, but fell victim to mistimed judgment and injured officials. In the end, a surprise interference from Solo Sikoa caused McIntyre's heartbreaking loss at WWE Clash at the Castle, resulting in Reigns retaining his title to continue his 734-plus day reign as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Sikoa is the youngest brother of Jey and Jimmy Uso. His appearance at Clash of the Castle marks his main roster debut. It now looks like the Bloodline has become even stronger with the 29-year-old superstar joining the faction. McIntyre's impressive performance at Clash at the Castle proved that he would be a legitimate contender to take over if Reigns decides to take time off in the future. Also earlier in the match, when both Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns were down in the ring, Austin Theory came out to cash in his Money in the Bank contract. However, as soon as he reached the timekeeper's area, Tyson Fury knocked him out and prevented the cash-in from happening. Following the match, Tyson Fury, who was at ringside, made his way into the ring. He came face-to-face with the Tribal Chief, and after a brief stare-down, he shook his hand. So now the WWE Clash at the Castle is in the history books. How do you rate the show? Sound off in the comments below. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.